Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. Now, CAF Development Bank of the Latin America and the Caribbean is launching an innovation series in partnership with the UWI. And the inaugural lecture is taking place on Thursday, the 3rd of October. This morning, I have with me the COO of the Trust of the Americas joining me via Zoom, Alex Figueroa. Good morning to you, Alex.
Good morning, Ruckus. Pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, tell us firstly a little bit about this partnership and why is it important to launch the innovation series?
So we've had a long-standing partnership with the CAF, and for the Trust for the Americas, who's an affiliate of the Organization of American States, our mission is to foster social and economic inclusion, particularly in underserved communities. In that sense, the CAF and the Trust walk hand in hand. Beyond that, I should add, I was born in Cuba, so I have deep roots to the Caribbean, and I really feel that innovation, which is what this event is all about, is a way to foster growth in our region. The event gives us an opportunity to share insights and to work on innovative solutions that are challenges for the Caribbean. The work of the Trust, we've spanned over 29 countries. We've impacted 5.5 million people, and the Caribbean is a key focus area for us. And Rokas, if I can add, my wife's from Trinidad, and so it's a shout out to our friends and family in Arima. So for me, it gives me a chance to come back to what's become my second home and to connect with local innovators and thought leaders. And we're eager and hopeful that this series helps spark some innovative growth in the region.
All right, now this is fantastic because not only do you have the experience, of course, with the Trust of the Americas, but you have the personal experience as well. So maybe you can lend some insight into what you think is required to accelerate innovation in our society.
It's a rather simple question, but a very difficult and complex answer. I think it starts with fostering a collaborative environment, an open environment, where you're investing in education, investing in people, enhancing access to technology and resources, and really creating a supportive environment for entrepreneurial growth. I have to say, you know, we Caribbeans are very innovative. Whether we tinker with a lamp that's not working and get it to work, or we do something bigger when we're given the tools and the mentorship, we find solutions to problems that we're facing. And this is something that will help us accelerate if we give folks the opportunity. You know, Rokas, there's a World Economic Forum study that estimates that there's about 1 million people that are going to need reskilling by 2030. Not just in the Caribbean, not just in our hemisphere, but worldwide. And our programs bridge those gaps, especially in the underserved communities. And to do that, to accelerate, we have to engage private and public sectors. This is something that the Trust has been doing for a long time. We serve as a hub between private, public, civil society in order to bring the right folks together to be able to develop solutions to problems that are facing our communities.
Now, oftentimes, Alex, when we hear of these solutions to these problems and we get this education and all that stuff going, we still have the challenge of the brain drain, where people take their information, take their education, and they leave the country, and we don't get to benefit from it here in the Caribbean. How does this series focus on being able to assist that or to mitigate that challenge?
Well, you know, I'll give you an example. A young man in Gasparillo that was part of our program with our local partner there, Kariri, great local partner. This young man found that there was an issue. He was given the tools and mentorship. He developed a safety application, an app, which allows folks to, using the app, to press a button to send out an emergency call for help.
Right.
And I'll give a shout out to the app. It's SAFE, SAYF. And I think if we give these opportunities, if we have the individuals given experience, exposure, real life hands-on opportunities, to develop these tools to find solutions in our communities, we find that they not only empower the community, but stay in the community and develop the community.
Okay. Well, we look forward to seeing how it pans out. If people want to be a part of the series, how can they do so?
There are going to be links that'll be published through the CAF, and we'll make sure that that gets out there and gets published.
All right. So we can follow the CAF social media to be able to get that information, yeah?
Yes, exactly.
All right. Fantastic. Now, in terms of, I understand there's also involvement of space technology, and there's going to be some aspect of that conversation happening in these sessions as well?
Yeah, they're one of our panelists, Dr. Eileen. She actually retired from the NASA Space Service here in the United States, and she's going to be the expert on that. We at the Trust are always looking for cutting edge technological tools out there. We know that there's a lot that can be leveraged with the space technology, as far as climate change and other challenges that we face. But Dr. Eileen would be, the rocket scientist on the panel that could speak to this a lot more clearly than I could.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Before we go, can you just give us an idea, from your perspective, the role that academia plays in being able to help young people to capitalize on some of these opportunities that are being presented? Because, I mean, we're talking about all these different things that are happening, but how do they, what role does academia play, just so that they understand the importance of a partnership with UWI?
It is fundamental. We partner with UWI on a couple of occasions. We're looking to continue to foster our partnership with UWI. There is a gap between traditional education and what is needed for today's digital economy, for AI. And if we are able to leverage and partner with institutions like UWI and fill that gap between the traditional education and what's needed for today's workforce and tomorrow's workforce, it has to be, again, it's that private sector, public sector, civil society, and academia coming together and making a difference in our communities.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Alex, and we look forward to the inaugural lecture on the 3rd of October. Take care. Enjoy your day.
Excellent. Thank you, Ruckus. Have a great one.
Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we wrap up the Now Morning Show for this morning, the 1st day of October. Welcome to Calypso History Month. I hope that you stick around and you enjoy it. Of course, we continue our budget conversations and so much more as the week progresses. I thank you very much for being with us this morning. On behalf of Anastasia Lake, I'm Ruckus, wishing you a beautiful Tuesday. Remember to go out there and make a difference today now, because together we aspire, and if together we perspire, then together we most definitely can achieve. See you guys tomorrow, God's willing. Take care.
Even when you fight and argue.